everybody, happy Halloween. Today we wanted to do a Halloween Q&A. I'm dressed up as Rosie the Riveter and we have a very special guest today. Everyone, big round of applause for Sir Acha. Hey guys. Hey Rose. Rosie, Rosetta. You've never looked so hot. We asked you guys some questions. We asked on Twitter and Snapchat, and we're going to carve some pumpkins while we answer some of your questions. I'm sorry we couldn't get to all of them. We'll do another Q&A in the future. I'm sure we'll get to some of these unanswered questions, but let's get started.
This one comes from a follower on Twitter, and it's at bestchris1318, and she said, what is our favorite memory together? Or what is your favorite memory and what's mine? Because they can be different.
You go first.
I would say that this marker sucks.
What?
My favorite memory together would probably, I would have to say, our first trip to Vegas.
Oh my gosh, that's what I was gonna say. I swear I'm not copying you.
Yeah, that was like, and that wasn't that long ago.
It was probably 2 years.
Maybe, but
Maybe
that's
3.
still not long ago.
What I liked about it is it was like one of the first trips that we've taken together without like family or anybody. And I'm itching to go again. Next question from Twitter comes from absent1234. And it says, what are your favorite Halloween costumes from growing up?
I was always a football player. And I had a 49ers helmet. And so I always dressed up as either Jerry Rice or Steve Young. So I would say that.
Didn't you say that you were that a lot?
Yeah, I was that a lot, I think.
Yeah, so mine, I was the same thing over and over and over because I loved it so much. And I was just a little hippie from like the 60s. I loved it. I was a hippie like 3 years in a row, I think, because I thought it was so fun. I'm such a little love child.
Next question also comes from Twitter. The name is Brew.
The name is Brew?
The name is Brew. Ooh. Favorite Walking Dead character? What is yours? Or previous Walking Dead characters,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, maybe anybody. I really like Carol. Carol is one of my faves, and Glenn is one of my faves.
I do like Carol. She's just
a badass.
Yes. But I do like Daryl. I like Daryl.
Same.
I think that's just a given.
Yeah, everybody likes Daryl.
Oh.
Freaking Shams! Shams, why do you always have to interrupt when I'm trying to carve a pumpkin?
Are you guys making your video now?
Yeah, you're on it.
I'm on it right now.
Uh-huh, say hi.
Hello.
These next questions are gonna come from Markel's Snapchat. And one that she got was, do we plan on living in Utah the rest of our lives? I don't really think that's one that can actually be answered. These can always change in a matter of seconds.
Right, but we really like Utah. Right now it's where our jobs are, it's where our family is. So as of right now, we're staying.
We got asked if we went to college, and if so, where did we go?
We went to the same one. It's called Utah Valley University. It's kind of a small town. It's getting a lot bigger though. It's called Orem, Utah. And I majored in behavioral science.
I majored in criminal justice. I did not graduate, but that was what my major was.
I did track for a couple years there, and somebody did ask what events I did. I'm gonna start that over actually. Somebody asked what events I ran, and I actually didn't run. I threw the javelin and I also threw the hammer a little bit, but I sucked at it really bad and hated it. So we got a ton of questions. I think we got them on Twitter and Snapchat multiple times. about if we've talked about marriage, are we gonna get married in the future? We've talked about it a lot, and the weird part about that is we've been together for so long that, at least in my mind, I didn't know if we were ever gonna be able to get married because I didn't know if it was ever gonna be legal. Then it was really weird. One day it was just like, we can get married. We can go get married right now. That's kind of been a weird feeling. Because for so long we were like, you know what? We don't have to get married for, you know, to have a relationship that's committed to each other forever.
Yeah.
So it's our mindset about the whole thing has been very different. We do plan on being married one day. It's just not gonna be for a while. I'm really happy with where we're at right now.
I am too.
Next question. Ooh, what's your favorite candy? All of it.
I don't have a sweet tooth like you do.
Nope.
If I were to pick a favorite candy, I do like Sour Patch Kids.
You like Twix?
I do like Twix.
I love candy. I love candy so much. Oh,
She
don't
likes-
make me choose. Gosh.
I'll let you answer this one. Why do we never kiss on camera?
Because we don't even like each other. Okay. Yeah, let's address this. That's probably one of our top comments. We got asked that. That was like, we got asked that 3 or 4 times when we asked for questions for this video. Why don't we kiss on camera? And there's not a reason. It's not like we try not to kiss on camera. We don't try to kiss on camera, but we're more private people, and
I don't think we have to kiss to...
yeah, and that's the thing, is you have to realize where we're at in our relationship. We're not, I mean, we've been together for almost a decade, like an old married couple at this point.
Yeah. True that.
Like I said, it's not like we just rule it out and try not to, but we do keep certain things in our life private. We're more conservative, so. Okay, I really like this question. It's, what advice would you have to give to your 16-year-old self?
What I would give to myself is, so I was an athlete in high school, and that's what I lived and breathed, was sports. If I could give my 16-year-old self some advice, I would tell myself to take school a little bit more serious.
Same. Take more college courses when you have the chance.
Yeah.
Get better grades while it's still kind of easy.
And it's not that I didn't get like good grades, I just took the sporting aspect of it a lot more serious than I did the scholastic part of it.
So our situations are drastically different between when she was 16 and when I was 16, because when she was 16 she didn't even know me, and when I was 16 we had been dating for over a year. She was away at college, like 2 hours away from our hometown, and so we were trying to work that out, and it was really tough. And then our families found out that we were in a relationship when I was 16, when I had just barely turned 16 really, and that was really challenging. Both of us come from Mormon backgrounds, and so our parents didn't approve. I still lived at home obviously, so I was still under my parents' roof. So yeah, when I think of my 16-year-old self, yes, I was playing sports and I had friends, and that wasn't, you know, a bad situation, but I was sad. I was a really sad kid and just really lost. I didn't know what to do at that point. I knew that I loved you. I knew that I wanted to be with you, but then you were far away, and our parents had found out, and yeah, I was so lost. Oh my gosh, it's sad to think about that time in my life. So if I had to give myself advice, knowing where I'm at now, I would just honestly want to tell myself everything's gonna work out, everything's gonna be okay, things will get better. But you've got to be true to yourself. You've got to, you know, even at this time, the most challenging time, for that to be the case, you have to be yourself and you have to love yourself. That's something that I wish I would have realized back then and I didn't. So I really like that question because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's felt that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's how you were feeling at the time, even though you were 19.
Yeah.
And that also leads into the 1.5 million questions that we've got asking about our coming out story. And if you can't tell by that answer, it's very lengthy and it's very complicated and it's not always happy and it's got a lot of people involved. Ours was literally like, I would say an 8 or 9 year process.
Yeah, it took a while.
So that video will come. That is definitely one that we want to share with you guys, but it's one that I want to do in the right way. We want to be ready for it.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. But I think that there could be some people that need to hear what we've been through. And I know there's some people that are going through way worse.
Yeah, I know that our situation is nothing compared to what a lot of people go through.
So it's coming. It's in the future, I promise. And I know you guys are anxious for that. I'm anxious to do it, but I just want it to be done right.
But on the same note, what I can say is that we were both blessed with families who are very loving.
Right.
Very, very, very loving families who do love us.
I did it. I finished. So these are our pumpkins. Yay! It was so much harder than I expected. I'm glad that I finally done it. So now when next year it can be more creative. But
Yeah.
that was fun. I'm glad we did that.
Thank you for sending us all your questions. They were good questions. They were fun to answer. They were really good questions.
And I'm sorry if we didn't get to yours. Like I said, we'll do more Q&As in the future and hopefully we'll get to your questions. Oh, you got a droopy spout.
My tip's droopy.
Thanks for watching, guys. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. See ya. Be safe.